Hi everyone, hope you all are good. So, we're going to start with grade 8 maths. So, you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then, you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 8, then click on view all lessons. So, there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter functions. And the lessons we're going to cover today are evaluate a nonlinear function, find values using function graphs, and complete a table for a function graph. So let's just start with the first lesson, evaluate a nonlinear function. So here I am on grade 8 maths, and let's start with the chapter lesson evaluate a nonlinear function. So let's start with the first example. Use the following function rule to find f of 7. So you are given with a function. The function is f of x equals x plus 4 whole square. And you have to evaluate the function on f of x equals x plus 4 whole square. So you have to evaluate the function on f of 7. So basically f of 7 means you have to replace all the x with 7. Got it? Here you have f of 7. So just replace all the x with 7. So it would be 7 plus 4 whole square. So 7 plus 4 is 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. It is 11 square. And 11 square equals, you have to do 11 times 11. 11 times 11 equals 121. That means f of 7 equals 121. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. You can have a Okay, let's start with the test questions. The first one is use the following function rule to evaluate f of negative 6. F of x is 6 and absolute value of x. The function is f of x equals 6 absolute value of x. So absolute value of x means no negative numbers are allowed in absolute value. Got it? Absolute value of x means here you have x is negative 6. So the absolute value of negative 6 is positive 6. Absolute values are always positive values. So just replace the x with a value. It would be f of negative 6, 6 and absolute value of negative 6. So absolute value of negative 6 is 6. So you have to do 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. That means f of negative 6 equals 36. Got it? So just select the correct option and click on the correct option is 36. Okay, the next one is use the following function rule to find f of 6. F of x equals negative 11 minus x whole square. Let me just write down the function on the board. F of x equals f of x is negative 11 minus x whole square. You have to evaluate f of 6. So just replace all the x with 6. So it would be negative 11 negative 6 whole square. So negative 11 and negative 6 is negative 17 whole square. So basically you have to evaluate 17 square. The 17 times 17 is 289. So the correct option is 289. So the correct option is f of 6 equals 289. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, the next one is use the following function rule to find f of 7, f of x equals x plus 4 whole square. So the function is f of x equals x plus 4 whole square, and you have to evaluate the function on f of 7. So just replace all the x with 7 in the function. Got it? So it would be 7 plus 4 whole square. 7 and 4, 7 plus 4 equals 11. So you have to evaluate 11 square. 11 square means you need to do 11 times 11, and 11 times 11 equals 121. Got it? So that means here you have 121. Okay, the next one is use the following function rule to find f of 9. So you have to evaluate f of 9. And the function is f of x equals negative 6 minus x whole square. Negative 6 plus x whole square. And you have to evaluate f of 9. So replace the x with 9, so it would be negative 6 plus 9 whole square. 9 minus 6 is 3, so it would be 3 square. 3 square is 3 times 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. Got it? So f of 9 equals 9. F of 9 equals 9. Okay, the next one is use the following function rule to evaluate f of 11 and f of x equals 2x square. You have to evaluate f of 11. So replace the x with 11. So it will be 2 11 square. Got it? 11 square is 11 times 11. 11 times 11 is 121. So just multiply 121. So it is 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 1 is 2. So that means f of 11 equals 242. Got it? So the correct option is f of 11 equals 242. Got it? Okay, the next one is use the following function rule to find f of 11. The function is f of x equals 8 minus x. You have to evaluate f of 11. Just replace the f of x equals 11. So just replace the x with 11. 8 minus x, sorry. 8 minus. So replace the x with 11. So 8 minus 11 is negative 3. So the absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3. Absolute values are always the positive values. Got it? Okay, use the following function rule to find f of 9. When f of x equals x 2x minus 6. And you have to evaluate f of 9. So it would be 2, 9 minus 6. 9 minus 6 is 3. And the absolute value of 3 is 3. So it would be 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So f of 9 equals 6. Okay, the next one is you have to evaluate f of 6. So f of x equals negative 10 negative x whole square. You have to evaluate f of 6. So replace the x with 6. So it would be negative 10 minus 6 whole square. Negative 10 minus 6 is negative 16 whole square, and negative 16 whole square is 256. So x of f of 6 is 256. Okay, f of 12 equals, so the correct option is x is 12. 12 square is 144, and 144 plus 10 is 154. So it is f of 12 equals 154 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is you have to evaluate f of 11. So replace the x with 11. So 11 plus 5 makes 16. And the absolute value of 16 is 16. 16 times 3 is 48. So f of 11 equals 48. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is you have to evaluate f of 3. So just evaluate f of 3. X square is 3 square equals 9. So the correct option is f of x equals 3 square, and 3 square is 9. Okay, f of x plus 11. So replace the x with 3. So 5 times 3 is 15, and 15 plus 1, 11 is. So the correct option is f of 11, f of 3 equals 26. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is find values using function graphs. Okay, you're given with a graph. You have to find the values on the graph. Plot the point on the function x and find the x value of 7. Got it? Just plot a point x. Here you have 7. Got it? Here you have x value of 7. So rem always match the x value to the graph 7 it is, and then match it to the y value. So the axis has the 9 value. That means when x equals 7, y equals 9. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, plot the point of the function with x equals 7. So here you have x is 7. Just match it to the y-axis. So on the y-axis it is 7. Got it? Just match the value to the option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, plot the point on the function with x value 5. So just look at the point. This is 3. This isn't the correct option. You have to look for x value 5. Here you have the point, just match it to the x-axis, it would be 5, and match it to the y-axis, it would be 4. So option number 2 is the correct option because the point matches x equals 5. Got it? Okay, the next one is plot the point on the function with x equals 7. So here you have x value of 7. Here you have the point, match it to the x-axis, it would be match 6. This isn't the correct option. Here is the point x equals 7. Just match it to the yes. Here you have the second one is the correct option. Okay, the next one is plot the value on the point on the function with any value of with any value of 4. Got it? That means either x is 4 or either y is 4. Just match it to the function. Just look at this one. X is 5, y is 7. No, this is not the correct option. Here you have the point, just match it to the x-axis. Here you have 7. Here you have 4. So any you have a value 4 on the y-axis. Got it? Plot the point on the function with x value of 4. So which is the correct option? So option number 1 is the correct option. Here you have the x value is 4. Got it? Just match it to the x-axis. Okay, plot the point on the function with x value of 8. So just look at this graph. Here you have 8. X value is 8. Got it? The y value is 1. Option number 1 is the correct option. Plot the function, plot the point on the function with x value of 3. So which of the graph has x value 3? You can match it to the x-axis. Here you have 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, let's just start with the next lesson. We are done with the lesson. Okay, the next lesson is complete a table for a function graph. Use the graph of the function to complete the table. Okay, you have to complete the table. Okay, here you have x is 8. You have to evaluate the value of y. Just look at the point. X is 8. Here you have 8. Got it? Just match it to the y-axis. That means when x is 8, y is 1. Got it? So when x is 8, y is 1. Got it? Let's just start with the test question. Okay, use the graph of the function to complete the table. You have to 8. You have to evaluate the value of y when x is 8. Here you have 8. Just match it to the y-axis. So it on the y-axis it would be 1. That means when x is 8, y equals 1. Got it? So the second one is the correct option. When x is 8, y is 1. Got it? Okay, use the graph of the function to complete the table. You have to evaluate the value of 1 when x is 1. So here you have x is 1. When x is 1, the graph is on the x-axis. So on the x-axis, y is 0. So when x is 1, y is 0. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay. Use the graph of function to complete the table. So you have to evaluate the table value on 5 because 8 and 10, 8 and 10 are same. You have to evaluate when x equals 5. So here you have x is 5. Just match it to the graph and match it to the y-axis. That means when x is 5, y is 6. Got it? So option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, use the graph of the function to complete the table. So you have to calculate the value of x equals 5. Got it? So here you have 5. So just match it the point to the y-axis. So when x is 5, y is 1. So option number 2 is the correct option. When x is 5, y is 1. Okay, so you have to evaluate on x equals 3. Got it? So here you have x is 3. So just match it to the y-axis. So when x is 3, y is 5. So option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, use the graph of the function to complete the table. When x is 6, here you have x is 6, y is, you can match 6 to the y-axis. When x is 6, y is 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, use the graph of the function to complete the table. You have to look for x equals 1. Here you have x is 1, y is 2. So option number 2 is the correct option. So the correct option is the second one. Okay, use the graph of the function to complete the table. Okay, when x is 7, you have to look for the value. X is 7, y is 9. When x is 7, y is 9. Second option is the correct option. Use the graph of the function to complete the table. You have to look for the when x is 4. So when x is 4, just match the graph on the y-axis, so it would be 3. So when x is 4, y is 3. So option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is use the graph of the function to complete the table. When x is 3, here you have 3. Just match it to the y-axis, it would be 2. So it would be when x is 3, y is 2. Got it? Okay, we are done with the lesson. So, so you have to do the final test of the chapter by yourself. We can't see the final test until the status of all the lessons is completed. Got it? Like here, some of them are in progress and some of them are completed, because you have to do each and every questions on the test. When you complete all the, when the status of all the lessons is completed, you can see the final test. I can't, because I can't complete all the test questions. So you have to do the final test of the lesson by yourself. Got it? So let's just do a quick review on the lesson chapter functions, because we have still 10 minutes. Okay, the first one is identify functions. So how do we identify functions? Let's look at the example. Look at this set of the ordered pair 317, 35, 11, 15, 11, 18. Basically, the function is for each value of x, there is a single value of y. You can see here, x is repeating 3 and 3, and they have the different values 17 and 5. Then you have 11 and 15 and 11 and 18. So the x values are repeating here 3, 3, 11, 11. So the single value of x, you have just a single value of y. This is not a function. Got it? Okay, just look at this graph. Is this a relation? Is this relation a function? A relation is a function if each x value is paired with exactly one value. Like for each value of x, you have a single value of y. If it is impossible to draw, you can use the vertical line test on the graph to determine whether a relation is a function. If it is impossible to draw a vertical line that intersects the graph more than once, then each value x value is paired with exactly the one y value, so the relation is a function. If it is not possible to draw a vertical line that intersects the graph more than once, then there is a x value that is paired with more than one value, so the relation is not a function. You can just see for all the points, you have a single value of x and single value of y, so this is a function. Okay, just look at the ordered pair. Look at the ordered pairs. Is this a relation a function? So the values are 9, 13, 12, 14, 2, 9. So for each value of x, you have a single value of y. So yes, this is a function. Okay, let's just do. Okay, let's see what is the rate of change. So basically, the rate of change is a slope of the function. Got it? So you can calculate the slope. Like for this question, a dog show enthusiastic and enthusiast recorded the weight of the winning dog at a recent dog shows. According to the graph, what was the rate of change between 2004 and 2006? So just look at the values in 2004. The values is 35. The weight of the dog is 35. In 2006, the weight of the dog is 5. Got it? So you have to look for the change in x divided by change in y. So y values is the change in weight. Got it? So the change in weight is 5 minus 35. And on x, you have years 2006 minus 2004. So 5 minus 35 is minus 30. And it is the 2006 minus 2004 is 2. So minus 30 over 2 is minus 15 kilograms per year. That means the weights are decreasing by 15 kilogram per year. Got it? Okay, let's just do another example. Okay, let's just do test questions. Okay, at Stafford Consulting, the head of human resources examined how the number of employees with healthcare benefits varied in response to policy changes. According to the table, what was the rate of change between 2009 and 2011? So in 2009, you have 44 employees, and in 2012, 41 employees. So you have to calculate the rate of change. The rate of change is change in y divided by change in x. So y is 44 minus 41. The rate of change is change in y divided by change in x. So change in y is 41 minus 44 divided by the years is 2009 minus 2012. So 2041 minus 44 is negative 3, and 2012 minus 9 is 3. So 3 over 3 is negative 1. That means it is negative 1 per year. Got it? Negative 1 employees per year. Okay, the next one is, that is the one we did in tutorial. It is negative 15 kilograms per year. Okay, Whitney entered the amount she charged on her credit card each month into the spreadsheet. According to the table, what was the rate of change between April and June? Okay, in April here you have 55, or in June here you have 61. So 55 minus 61 over the values in April and June are 61 minus 55, and April is, June is the 6th month, 4. So 61 minus 55 is 6, and 6 minus 4 is 2. That equals 3. So it is $3 per month. Got it? The next one is, each year the Newberry School District publishes its annual budget, which includes information on the sports programs per student spending. According to the graph, what was the rate of change between 2006 and 2008? In 2006, it is 65. In 2008, it is 69. So 69 minus 65 is 4. And the difference between the years is 2. So it is just $2 per year. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So we are working on grade 8 maths. We're working on the chapter functions. Lessons we have covered today are evaluate a nonlinear function, find values using graph functions, complete a table for a function graph. Please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? That's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.